Welcome to the Intuitive Therapist Podcast with Janis R. Cohen, therapist, clairvoyant, empath, and medium. Listen in as she takes a no-nonsense deep dive into real human struggles and how to resolve them. Janis will share channeled information from her spirit guide team, as well as the angels and archangels, to help you master your emotional, physical, financial, and spiritual destiny. And now, Janis R. Cohen.
Hey y'all, this is Janis Cohen, the Intuitive Therapist, here on the Intuitive Therapist Podcast. I know in the last couple of episodes I've gotten pretty heated. Y'all know me. I'm pretty passionate about my life, my work, and ultimately my goal of helping you connect with your freedom and eliminate the pain in your life. And today is no different. Early on, when I was a little girl, I'll never forget this. I think I was like 6, 7, 8-ish. And I always knew I wanted to help people. It was just kind of, it was odd. I just knew. And I always knew I wanted to work with kids. And I ended up doing that with my degree. I worked with children and families for about 18 years of my career. And I still feel such a beautiful connection with young people, and especially itty bitties. And so that kind of came to me easily. And some people also, they grow up and I want to be an attorney. I want to be a doctor. And they really go and accomplish that. And they really fulfill their life purpose doing that, being able to really ethically help other people. But over the years, I have to tell you, this has been one of the most significant, outside of, dealing with romantic issues, the readings that I've done for people, and the work that I've done with people in general, as in terms of longer standing clients, people seek their life purpose out. And a lot of people feel lost. They're like, I don't know what to do with my life, or I started my life out this way, and then it just never felt like it was the right thing, and I don't know which direction to go. I feel like this is probably one of the more pivotal episodes for those of y'all who feel like you really aren't living your purpose, right? You haven't found your path, right? So I want to talk with you today about what to strive for when you're seeking your life purpose. And it's not what you think. And have a feeling that once you hear the content of today, my hope is that you will be able to look at your approach to being able to seat yourself in your divine path and purpose. It will help create some clarity for you. And look, hey, if it doesn't, you can always reach out for a reading from me. Y'all know how to reach me, Janis at janisrcohen.com. Or you can call me. My office number is 404-558-3971. Okay? And I'd be happy to do a reading for you. So over the years, I've encountered so many people, like I said, who are trying to find out what their life purpose is. They come to me for readings like I talked about to identify the blocks that they have that are preventing them from figuring this very important insight out. And in many cases, I'm able to see and feel what would work for them, right? Because I'm clairvoyant. I see images, people, words, places, energies, all sorts of stuff. And then, of course, as an empath, I really feel so many things about people, even before I meet them. But nothing, no reading or piece of advice about what someone could do with their lives is any match for what somebody knows they want to achieve. You see, here's the thing. Just got a download I want to share with you. Everybody seeks this thing called a profession or a job. And really, you're not, that's just an avenue to achieve ultimately what you want to achieve. I'm going to talk to you about that. Because you're probably saying, well, I don't know what that is. I don't know what I want to ultimately achieve. And I'm telling you, yes, you do. So here's the thing. So, no reading or piece of advice about what someone could do with their lives is any match for what you know you want to achieve. We seek out professions and achievements because of this, because we think that is what we're supposed to do, right? We got to make the money. I can't deny it, y'all. So we're like, what kind of job can we have where we can make the most money? We see these things as the thing that we're supposed to do, right? Like, so if we choose a profession, it's like we're stuck there. We got to this is the way to the golden pot of money, fame, blah 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 blah, all that. It's like the only thing. We have to have a profession. Got to figure out this life purpose, because this life purpose means that I become a lawyer. I'm going to tell you, it's not. That's not life purpose. That's a job. It's a career. And that's my point for today. People get confused between what life purpose is and the avenue to complete and fulfill their life purpose. So like I said, some people lock themselves in very early in life, you know. Sometimes our families want us to follow in certain footsteps, right? You hear all the time of, well, at least in my family, it's happened in my family. My daddy, may his soul rest in peace, was an amazing clinical psychologist, had his diplomate, was just insanely good. I mean, just so gifted. And there are four of us kids. My oldest sister is a counseling psychologist. She has a doctorate. And I became a therapist. I have a master's in social work. We kind of followed in Daddy's footsteps. All of the kids are we're very in tune with ourselves. We're very insightful. We're very compassionate, caring, kind people. Of course, that was the way our parents raised us. But we all possess these qualities and characteristics of being able to work through challenges because we were raised with a psychologist. But not all of us went into that field. My brother is a dentist, and my other sister, is a part of, sorry about that, y'all. My other sister is a part of my brother's business, and she really, she's the manager. Like, she runs that business. She's amazing at it too. So anyway, sometimes we follow and fall into the footsteps of our predecessors, right? And that's fine. We carry on their legacy. And in my brother's family, two of the cutest kids ever. His son Justin, my nephew, little sweet thing, although he's not really little anymore. They're all much bigger than I am. I'm 5'4.5", and he's like 5'11". Cute little thing. And he's in dental school, and he loves it. He loves it, you know. Told y'all my brother's a dentist, but my nephew's going into oral surgery. So yes, he will make a lot of money, but he is going to be so good at what he does. He's got such a great disposition, but he really wanted to do that. So he's going to carry on his daddy's legacy of dentistry. But other people take completely different tracks because they believe it will bring them financial freedom, right? So instead of pursuing what brings them joy, lights them up, and allows them to fill their life purpose, they go for the money because they think that's going to make life better, easier, happier. Remember the episode I just talked about last week? If you haven't listened to that, go back and listen to that. The title of it is if you're seeking happiness, stop and seek this instead. Okay? So financial freedom, people feel like, you know what? I come from such a horrible background. And even referring to my daddy, he grew up like poor. He made sure that was one of the things that he created for his babies, which was the opposite of that. I mean, financial security, safety, and to be able to provide very comfortably for his children. He was an amazing man, especially in that way. Look, we all want to be financially secure and abundant. And if you're lucky enough to have discovered your path and purpose, and then secure highly successful mentors to help you repeat their methods of achieving, right? So let's say, for example, like me, I love my business. I have a great business, and I've gotten coached. I've needed to because I don't know. I'm not like the businesswoman. I I love the clinical part, the spiritual part, but I wasn't always a great business person. Had to learn that, and to be able to create what I've created, I've gotten mentorship. So if you're lucky enough to have discovered your path and purpose, and I always recommend seeking out a mentor or a coach to help you expand and grow. And look, you don't need to recreate the wheel. There are people out there who can help you do what they've done and make shit ton of money. People do that all the time. You're sitting pretty right now. Pretty. But that's not most of us. Most of us are still searching for that big idea, that big break, and that big aha that will change our lives and bring to light the ultimate purpose of our time here on earth. Most of us have struggled in jobs we hate, only to pay the bills, believing that we are only meant to suffer and struggle, and there's no way out. We're stuck. We feel screwed. And we feel imprisoned. But that's not, entirely reality. People change their lives all the time. Others invest themselves in careers for the sheer purpose, like I said, of making money and establishing status in the community. But few of those people are really fulfilled. They trade the feeling, listen to this one. I do say some real good humdingers in my podcast episode. They trade the feeling of significance for purpose. Okay? They think that they're fulfilling their purpose by chasing money. And they convince themselves that they really aren't living a life in a shallow grave, meaning they don't got much else that's deep and meaningful in their lives, and they're dying a little bit each day because they don't have that meaning and connection. So where does that leave the rest of the people who really want to find out their passion and purpose? And why is it so damn hard for people to uncover this? Time and time again, I have asked people this question when they come to me and they say, I don't know what to do with my life. Janis, read into it, ask the guides, what am I supposed to do with my life? So I ask people this question when they're thinking about their life purpose. It's one thing if I'm given permission from my guide team to tell them information. I absolutely do. And it resonates because they give me accurate information. But I also want people to discover things for themselves. I want people to reach for their answers that they already have. So here's the question. And if you're struggling to find your path and purpose, listen to this question, answer it. Okay, so besides traveling around the world and living on a beach somewhere to make a living, if you could wake up doing anything, forget limitations of any sort, geographical, financial, approval from others, etc., whatever it is, forget about any limitations. What would you like to wake up doing every day that would allow you to feel happy? And here's the kicker, fulfilled. Okay? What would allow you to feel happy and fulfilled? Forget about how much money you want to make. Forget about anything else. Boom, what is that? Almost immediately, this is what is so funny from people. I hear the words, I don't know. Now, here's the thing, y'all. Anybody that's ever worked with me, most of y'all who are listening to this podcast don't know. Maybe do. Maybe I've said it before. I don't know. But anyway, here's the thing. I just used the 3 words that I don't allow in session. I really do not. The words, I don't know. So any time a client says that to me, I tell them that it's a cop-out. Saying I don't know is a cop-out. It's a default. It's a reflex. Because I think those 3 words are pretty damn useless, especially if you're coming to me to find out what you want to do or to figure your life out. Don't give me I don't know. I'll call you on that chip faster than anything. And you know what? If you're still struggling, this is what I do. I give people 3 I don't knows. I don't care how you say it, but you have 3. And you can forfeit it every single time you use that word. And here's what happens, y'all. What I know is this. Maybe somebody will mess up one time, and then they'll keep the other 2 and they'll answer questions. They'll participate. So I know that. I've been doing that a long time. So I don't know means nothing to me. I don't want to hear it. No one knows what you desire more than you. No one knows what you don't like more than you. No one knows what you like to do more than you, what your secret fantasies are more than you, your dreams more than you, the things you want more than you. No one knows more than you about you. That's the really cool thing. You always have the answers. You just aren't allowing yourself to listen to yourself because of some belief or negative judgment or doubt or shit people have told you. Like all this stuff you let interfere. You allow it. And the moment you stop allowing and you sit down and you say, you know what? I'm going to be as honest with myself as I can. What do I truly want to do to feel happy and purposeful? Even if it means selling ice cream, getting a food truck, changing careers completely. That, going back to school, that's what I want you to think about. Okay? You have the answers. You're just not allowing yourself to listen to yourself because of some of these blocks that you have, that you allow in the way. Look, I'd love to earn a living at the beach, and I'm going to actually do that in a few years. But soak up the sun or travel around the world to make money at it. And there are actually people who can really do those things, make a good living doing those things. But there is also a business process that they employ to help them make money off doing things like that. It's not like they're just farting around the world, traveling around, and boom, they make money. No, there's a way, there's a business behind it. But most of us, A, aren't going to do that, and B, we're not going to be successful at making money off a beach, right? Sitting at the beach or traveling around, at least successfully, that is, right? So where does that leave all of those of you who feel stuck, undirected, lost, discouraged, and yearning for a life that feels fulfilling, purposeful, meaningful, and most of all includes the sense of freedom that only doing what you love brings? Now I'm going to ask you a different question. What if I told you that your purpose isn't at all about finding some profession to participate in every day? What if I told you that the real sense of purpose doesn't come from clocking into a 9-to-5 job or trying to build your own business? What if it really didn't exist within any of that? What if I told you that finding your purpose is about something else entirely? What would you say to that? And what do you think that something else might be? Take a moment, think about it. What might that something else be? Here's a parable for you. And don't freak out, y'all. I'm going to tell you what that other thing is. Here we go. One day, a person sitting alone by themselves, him or her, don't know who it is, asked this question to the universe: what is my purpose in life? A voice answered and said, what if I told you that you fulfilled it when you took an extra hour to talk to that kid about his life? Or when you paid for that young couple's meal? Or when you saved that dog from traffic? Or helped that elderly person with their groceries? Or when you tied your father's shoes for him? Your problem is that you equate your purpose with some goal-based achievement. The universe isn't interested in your achievements, my dear, just your heart. When you choose to act out of kindness, y'all, compassion and love, you are already aligned with your purpose. the voice said. No need to look any further. Listen to that story again. Your problem is that you equate your purpose with some goal-based achievement. The universe isn't interested in your achievements, just your heart. Now, does that change how you think about your life purpose at all? Do you get what I'm saying? It's not a job. It's not letters behind your name. It's not the school you go to. It's what you do with your life. My point of today's episode is to get you to think about your life purpose not as some job you have or title you hold, but rather what you choose to do that lights you up, where that payback is your sense of fulfillment for having done the right thing that feeds your soul. So many people say, well, I don't know what that is. Well, what do you enjoy in life? What really do you find fulfilling? You see, when you choose a profession, a path, and purpose, make sure you keep in mind how you want to feel every day because of the job you've chosen and the actions you've taken. That's what I want you to think about. How will I feel every day? Now, here's the thing too. I want you to see your life right now as a means to an end. It's a vehicle. If you're in a shithole job, then you say to yourself, you know what? This is temporary. I'm going to find my way out. I'm going to pursue something that lights me the freak up. And I will not settle for anything less. I'm not going to work at this grocery store for the rest of my life. I will not be a cashier at the fast food restaurant for the rest of my life. I will find a way to contribute and feel like my life is worth a shit. A lot of shits. That's how we need to live life. Where we feel like our life matters and that we do things to help other people feel like they matter. So what would that be? Is it being a therapist? Is it being a dentist? Is it being a garbage person? Is it being a caterer? Is it being interior design? Whatever it is. There's so many professions out there. You want to be able to lay your head down on your pillow at night and feel as though you are a contributing member of society, rather than only contributing to your idea of who you need to be for others to like you, or for your bank account to be filled with money, and the rest of your life to be in debt and lack. No one is meant to suffer in this world. That's not why we're here. Although we keep ourselves in suffering, and I say that with 100% certainty. Anybody can get out of any circumstance. That I know. These are huge things to remember when you're trying to find your way. I hope that whatever decisions you make about how you're going to spend your time here on earth in this lifetime, that you make choices that are in alignment with what allows you to deeply feel good and fulfilled. Here's the dealio about money. Money only allows us to indulge in our lives. And the supposed happiness that we get from those indulgences, it's momentary, it's temporary. I've talked about that. It's fleeting. You know, unless we have some meaningful connections with people and can share our winnings and indulgences with them, life doesn't mean shit. Money doesn't mean shit. The car doesn't mean shit. The house, nothing. If you don't have love in your life, connection in your life, people to share your life with, you live an empty life. Okay? So your purpose, here's the deal. Your purpose is to do right by you and contribute to the greater good of your life and other people's lives. What does that look like for you? Does that mean traveling across to the other side of the world, helping those less fortunate? Does that mean becoming a servant of God? We're all servants of God, but more officially. like a theologian, a rabbi, a priest? What does it look like? Does it look like serving underprivileged communities, fighting for people's rights? What does it look like? What lights you up? If you feel real estate allows you to feel that, go do it. If selling ice cream at a local ice cream shop gives you that boost of purpose and you're like, hell yes, I can do this for the rest of my life, and maybe develop your own business, go do that. If going to medical school to save people's lives, or become a plastic surgeon to help people feel better about themselves, or becoming an attorney to help those people less fortunate, all in ethical ways, to mediate a nasty divorce for people who can't find a way to end it amicably, do it. Do whatever gives you a sense of purpose. It is not the thing that you seek. It is not the job. The job is the avenue. It is the vehicle. The goal, the path, the purpose is to feel happiness, freedom, fulfillment, be of service, and contribute. Bring meals to the elderly, become a counselor or therapist like I've talked about, or go wash cars or bag groceries. I don't give a shit what you do as long as you're happy. Whatever you need to do to bring a smile to somebody's face and feel a sense of goodness and ease in your life, do that. That is path and purpose. That is what purpose is all about. And how you do it is the vehicle. It's just the way. And there are millions of ways to be on path and have purpose. That's what life purpose is. And I hope that today's recording has brought some clarity into your life path and journey. And I hope you start to rethink about this quandary that you've gotten yourself in that you say you don't know the answers to. Whatever it is that brings you the sense of joy and peace and fulfillment, yoga, be an artist, I don't care. Do it. And I say all that with love, y'all. I wish you a blessed day, a wonderful week, and as always, 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 go by your gut, live intuitively, and don't give a shit what people say. You'll know if you're wasting your time in your life or if you're being oppositional and defiant. Don't be that. You know what? It took me many years of standing on the ledge by myself in my career for people to understand why I do what I do. I was very much alone, and I refuse to let other people be that way. So if I can stand on a ledge by myself in the face of adversity in so many more ways that you could possibly imagine, you sure as shit can do it. And if you need my help, I'm here. Have a great week, y'all, and can't wait to speak with y'all next week.
Thanks for listening to The Intuitive Therapist. If you like what you heard, the best compliment you can give us is to share this podcast with a friend. And be sure to give us some stars and a favorable review at Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen in.